Hey, what's up YouTube? Alright, so I'm making this video. I have a couple of videos on the channel that goes over the main reason people fail their driving tests. And the more I think about it, the more I figured, okay, I need to make this video. Because honestly, the reason most people fail their driving tests has very little to do with driving. Okay? There are a couple of things that will fail you, like not stopping at a stop sign. Those are automatic fail. If you don't stop at the stop sign, you'll fail. If you knock down the cone, you will fail. If you hit a curb during your driving test, you will fail. If you're driving on the wrong side of the road, that's a critical error. You will fail for that. When reversing, if you reverse and end up on the wrong side of the road or into a parking lot, you will fail. So those are common reasons that people fail, and we all should know that, you know, if you're coming for the driving test, you can't do those things. But that is not the main reason people fail the driving test, because most people that are taking a driving test, you know, have some idea how to drive. So, and I would hope that you would not show up for a driving test without at least practicing first. Like, you would not go to school and do your math or English or science or any kind of test without first studying. So I would assume that anyone coming for the driving test have practiced somewhat. So you should, you know the things that failed you. We have videos. I have 320 something videos on the channel. Most of them are telling you exactly what you need to do to pass your driving test. So in this day and time, I would assume people are watching videos and practicing. But the most common reasons people fail, again, have very little to do with driving, right? Some people obviously show up to the DMV to take a driving test unprepared, completely unprepared. They can't drive, they don't know how to drive, and yet they're taking a driving test. That for sure is going to fail you. Because if you can't drive and you're taking a test, you're gonna fail. So that is one of the big reasons people fail, is because they're completely unprepared. I don't know why, you know, anyone would show up for a test without practicing or without knowing how to drive first, but I've seen that. But again, that is still not the most critical reason people fail. People fail the driving test for overthinking. Sounds simple, but yes, people are failing their driving tests primarily because they're thinking so much about it, they're overthinking so much that they're stressed out. They can't even do the simplest maneuver. Like practicing with my students, I see it a lot. The more stressed they are, the less they are able to do the most basic thing. Because I drive with students on the road all over the place, and they're really, really good at driving on the streets, changing lanes, driving on the main road, and they get into a parking lot where they're driving 5-10 miles per hour max, and they can't do the most basic thing because their brain is clogged up with worrying about passing the driving test, stressing about passing the driving test is by far the most critical reason people fail their driving tests. If you stop worrying and just think about it like this, the way I try to, you know, show my students or tell them, what is the very worst that could happen if you fail your driving test? Just think about it. What's gonna happen? If you fail the driving test, you take the test again. Period. Come back another day and take the test again. No one's gonna beat you up. You know, you're not gonna go to jail. I mean, you're not going to be punished, I hope. I mean, if you're in a situation where someone's going to punish you for not passing the driving test, then you know, you need some other kind of help. But at the end of the day, to be honest, really not much is going to happen if you fail your test. So stop thinking so much about the test and just practice and make sure you're ready to pass the test, and come over here thinking, okay, I'm just going to take this test, it's no big deal. And you have a much better chance of passing the test if you stop stressing about passing the test. Trust me, I have so many students that are really good at driving, that practice, know exactly what to do, and freeze on the day of their driving test. I mean, literally just freeze. They can't think, they can't really hear the examiners calling them, talking to them on the phone. They're doing whatever it is that their brain is telling them to do, but not what the examiners are telling them to do, because they're overstressed, overthinking, and you're not going to be able to concentrate and operate properly if you are stressed. So stop stressing. That is what I'm advising you to do. If you just think about it as whatever, it's just a driving test, it's no big deal. That's it. It's not a big deal at all. Prepare for the test and come to the DMV and take your driving test. Period. All right, so that is the reason. That is my reason. That is what I think is the main reason. That is from me watching hundreds of students stress themselves out to pass the driving test, and yet they pass with no big deal at all. It's very easy. It's very simple and straightforward. You know what I mean? So if you put yourself in the mindset of the driving test is no big deal, I'm gonna pass. Like when I was just telling my student now, when I pick up a student in the mornings to do their driving test, I can generally tell the people that are going to pass their driving test on their first try with no issues. Because I ask them, when I pick them up, I'll be like, so you're getting your driver's license today, right? The people that say, hell yeah, I'm getting my driving test today, I'm passing my driving test, I'm getting my license. Those people are 99% of the time they pass their driving test. Now, when I ask that same question and someone say, well, I hope so, okay, then more than likely that person is probably going to struggle because they're overthinking. They're not being positive. They're thinking, well, I hope I pass the driving test. You're not hoping. You should know. You should practice and know that you're going to pass the driving test. So again, a positive attitude is really what you need when you're coming for your driving test. Some people see the glass as half empty, some see it as half full. I don't know why, but I always see it as half full. My brain does not work. The half empty thing doesn't work. So if you're doing something, just commit to it, think positively, and just do it. All right. So that is my thing, right? So I feel like if you try to do that, try to be positive, try to practice, and just stop overthinking, the driving test will become quite easy. All right. So that is it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm 10,700 subscribers now. My goal is to try to get to 50,000. I've said it on multiple videos, so you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that. But that is my goal. That is what I'm trying to do. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.